For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see His invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature, so they have no excuse for not knowing God. Let's start at the beginning, with the basics of Christian principles. Theology is simply the study of God, the consideration of His character, and the thought behind religious belief. Theological study is not rationalism or fideism, but rather faith-seeking understanding. But this study is not performed in the same way we would study other worldly objects. We must approach God as a separate category completely. While He shares communicable attributes with us, such as His loving, just, and good nature, He also is defined by incommunicable attributes, those that describe His omnipotence, meaning all-powerful, omnipresence, His ability to be in all places at once, and His omniscience, His power to know everything completely. By approaching God with this knowledge in mind, we can avoid thinking and speaking about Him in idolatrous ways. This distinction between God and creatures, which acknowledges that they are both infinitely different in being, is called the creator-creature distinction. Now that you are equipped with some basics of theology, let's dive into a reflection on revelation. Divine revelation can be categorized in 5 ways. It is self-initiated, self-disclosing, life-altering, it takes place in creation, and it can only be understood finitely. First, divine revelation is self-initiated, in that God chooses us. His incarnation, or His dwelling inside His Son Jesus, was planned before the world was even created. It is also self-disclosing, because God shows Himself to us in personal ways, through Jesus Christ. Divine revelation is also completely life-altering. Everything changes knowing God, and answering the call to follow His Son, Jesus, is the most thrilling adventure you could embark on. While divine revelation takes place in creation, it also transcends it. God remains fully Himself, knowing us, and He never changes. Yet, we can infinitely learn more about Him. Finally, divine revelation can be understood but never comprehended. Theology is a journey, not a mastery, and we will always have more to learn about God and His creation. It is important to note that there are 2 types of revelation: general revelation and special revelation. General revelation is the knowledge of God that comes through created order, or human conscience. Under this perspective, every person can know God through His creation, the nature around them, and the universe they inhabit. Special revelation, on the other hand, takes place in specific times and places. God's special revelation can be seen in His faithfulness to His people of Israel, a vibrant theme in the Old Testament. His special revelation continues into the New Testament too, through the incarnation of Jesus and the good news of the gospel He brings to the world. A key aspect of special revelation is that it requires an agent, the Holy Spirit. As Christians, we receive the capacity to hear and interpret God's revelation when we invite His Holy Spirit to abide in us. Equipped with this background knowledge of general and special revelation, let's tackle the 3 models of revelation. Most Christians fall under the continuity model. They believe that general revelation is perfected and fulfilled by special revelation. In other words, general and special revelation work in tandem to help the believer know God. Conversely, the discontinuity model holds that, due to sin, only special revelation reveals to us knowledge about God. This view argues that people can be saved without knowing the truth of the gospel. The understanding of God through His creation is sufficient for their salvation. Lastly, let's look at the unveiled continuity model. Those who hold this view believe that special revelation is like a pair of glasses. When the visually impaired person puts them on, their once blurry world becomes crystal clear. Special revelation gives us eyes to see general revelation, God's character shown through creation, more clearly. I know this may be a lot to take in, but to quote theologian Martin Luther, on page 58 of his book, The Freedom of a Christian, God the Father has made all things depend on faith, so that whoever has faith has everything, while the one who lacks faith has nothing. It is impossible to fully grasp the mystery of God and His creation. My hope is that this video has helped you understand a bit more about theology, specifically concepts surrounding revelation.